How hard is the wait, Larry, a couple days ago?
I just get too nervous. I mean, I just want to find out. I don't know. I can be on either side of the coast. I mean, so just trying to wait and figure out who really wants me and where I'm going to end up. I mean, it makes me kind of nervous, but I shouldn't be because I really don't have any control over that.
You got any sort of better idea about round-wise where you might go?
I've been hearing anything from second to fourth, but I mean, again, any trade can, mess up somebody's draft plan. So I'm not really listening to that, but I've heard second, like somewhere from second to fourth. Sorry.
So what do you do to pass the time when you're this nervous?
Play bass. I mean, play bass, guitar, fish, play video games. I mean, work out, just anything to get my mind off of it. I go driving for no reason. So yeah, that's really it. Just lay down, try to relax. But yeah.
Where are you going to watch the draft, or are you going to watch it?
I've been debating that. I mean, my dad wants me to come down and have a party with the family and all that, but I kind of don't want to like do anything for it. I kind of just want to sit at my house, play video games or something like that, because I'm just gonna be nervous the whole time. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna be doing, really.
What's the process been like? Was it what you expected it to be?
It was a little bit more time-consuming than I thought it'd be, as far as like how much time out of my day it takes. I thought it was going to be a lot more free than being at UK, because I got class and practice and all that and tutors. But so I thought once I get done with all that stuff, I get to rest all day and then just go work out once or twice. So but it's actually been pretty time-consuming, but it's been a lot of fun. I've been around the States, working out for teams and just meeting all these new people, and it's been real fun. All the great people I've met.
Larry, when you made the decision to forego or to come back for your senior year, you said it was hard to believe that a kid from Richmond, Kentucky, even had a chance to consider going to the NFL early. Any easier to believe now that it's going to happen and going to happen very soon for you?
I mean, as far as believing that I'm going to go to the league, or
yeah, that you're going to be an NFL player.
It's still kind of like a dream. I mean, since it's not here, it doesn't really seem like it's real. But I'm getting all these calls from these teams asking me for my information for draft day, and I was like, whoa, I'm here now, and it's only a couple of days away. So, I mean, the fact that it's getting so close, it's become more of a reality. And then once that day is over, I'm going to be in it. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Larry, when you made the decision to come back, now looking back over the last 7, 8, 9, 10 months, everything being what you had hoped and coming back, was that a good decision for you?
Oh, absolutely. I wasn't ready last year to come out as a junior. I had a lot to work on. I feel like through this season, I've got to play against a lot better D tackles. With the addition of Missouri and going out to play Florida and Georgia, those guys had a lot of great D tackles. So I got to improve my game a lot, and it's helped me out a whole bunch. Being coached by Mike Summers, I owe everything to him. He's such a great coach, and I just want to represent his teachings that he gave to me in the NFL. So I feel that was a great decision to come back.
What about as a person? How do you feel like that you're different now than you were, say, a year ago when you were making the decision whether to come back?
Honestly, I wasn't even debating it last year. I knew that I had a lot to work on, and I still believe I do. I'm not a perfect offensive lineman. Nobody is, and there's always something to work on. So honestly, from keeping that point of view throughout my entire career at UK has helped me just progress as a player and become a good one. So I'm just going to try to keep that mentality and never become complacent with where I'm at. So.
What did you get out of college and being a 4-year player and getting ready to go into the draft? How do you feel like that you're a different person, say, from when you first got to UK?
I'm a lot more confident in myself. I'm very critical of myself still, but when I first got to UK, I thought that I wasn't great at all. I went from high school to college, and I wasn't dominating like I was. But I failed to realize that there's a lot better talent in college. So having gone through my years at UK these last 4 years and steadily becoming a better player, I've gained a lot more confidence in myself when I play. So it's helped me progress a lot.
What's the historical part of this mean to you, being the first, going to be the first offensive lineman drafted out here since 1993?
I mean, I just want to represent my university. It's a great place. I've had so much fun, and I've gotten a lot out of it. And to represent UK in the draft, I mean, it means everything to me. So that's just something I really been wanting to do and have been taking like a lot of pride in.
You talked about your position coach and sort of how he built you and built that line. And obviously he's not here now, but the guys left behind you. Do you think you're starting a new line? You don't think it'll go 20 years between UK offensive linemen drafted now?
You know, I'm hoping. I mean, we got a lot of good guys on the O-line this year, so we had a lot of young guys, and we had to throw them in the fire, you know, right away because we were pretty thin on the offensive line. So them having had that experience and gaining that experience is going to make them great players. You know, Darian's going to be a really good player, and then Zach Myers and Zach West. I mean, I saw those guys play, and I mean, they're going to be good ones. So I'm hoping that I won't be the last one for a while, and I believe that they can change that for sure.
Larry, back at Madison Central, when Coach Carter and Coach Center were trying to tell you how good you could be, instead you were maybe a little bit overweight, not quite as confident. Do you wish you'd listened to them more, or are you glad they at least told you what could be for you?
You know, I wish I would have listened to them a little bit more. It would have made my life easier as a freshman, a lot easier. You know, coming in and doing the conditioning tests, I mean, it just woke me up that I need to do something about my conditioning when I first got here. So if I would have listened to them more and ran a little bit more, I wouldn't have been hurting for that whole first year and just depressed because I was so tired all the time. So it would have been a much easier transition for me if I would have listened a little bit better.
Will you find a way after the draft maybe to at least get a chance to get in touch with them, say something to them?
Absolutely. I still have Coach Sanders and Coach Turner's numbers. I mean, they're my friends. You know, I love them. They've been supportive of me throughout my career and been keeping in touch with me. So I'm obviously gonna keep in touch with them even when I do get to the league.
Larry, SEC football is big-time football, as we all know, but you're about to go in the football business. Talk a little bit, if you would, about being in the business than the NFL.
It's different. It's a lot different. This is somebody's job now. The teams are drafting you to take somebody's job, and it's not. I don't want to say it's not as friendly, but I mean, people have families now, and you know, they're not going to just like take that sitting down. They're gonna, you have to come in ready to compete, and you have to be a man, basically. So that's probably one of the biggest things. You know, you're trying to take somebody's job, and I mean, they're not just going to let you.
Obviously, you all would have liked to have had better seasons the last 2 years, but what do you make of everything, the excitement that's gone on in the last couple of months, and what you've seen walking the spring game with 50,000 people, that kind of stuff?
When I walked into the spring game, I mean, I was in shock. I'd never seen that before. I just wanted to jump back on the field with them. I was too excited. I wanted to be out there with those guys, and in this excitement, Coach Stoops has been doing a great job as far as getting people back in the program again, and he's doing a great job with the excitement of the team. Actually, I mean, you know, I'll go out to practice and talk to the guys. They're like, "Oh man, they're so energetic about it, and I was so excited about what's to come." So and that plays a big role in how well they're going to do this season. Because if you're excited about it, it makes you want to learn, makes you want to be better. So I mean, Coach Stoops has been doing a great job about that, and I'm excited for them.
How many NFL teams have you talked to, and how many have you actually worked out for?
Talked to probably all of them. I worked out for 4 teams and visited a few. So, but I just have to make one of them like me. So I'm excited that a few are liking me. So I'm hoping that it's one of those teams that are going to draft me.
Who are the four?
Am I allowed to say that?
Hey, who are the four that you're down for?
If you don't want to, that's good, that's fine.
I'm allowed?
Yeah, you can.
No, like, some of them, no, some of them are like, when you're talking to them, they're like, oh, don't tell people, you know, I've worked out with you or whatever.
If they told you don't.
Yeah. So
You told them you wouldn't do it, then don't do it. So,
it's on the internet. I'll tell you that much. It's on the internet who I worked out with. So I don't know how they know. I haven't told anybody. But I mean, they got spies in Nutter, I swear.
it's amazing. People will go to get the info.
Yeah.
What about the minute you did last season? You turned out ball?
Yeah. I was working out with LaCharles Bentley out in Arizona. Cut. I think the lowest I got down to was 328, but honestly, it wasn't my goal just to cut weight. It was mainly trying to change my body composition, to help me be more explosive and, you know, not put so much wear on my body. So as a result of changing my body composition, I've lost a pretty good amount of weight. So I have slimmed down a little bit.
You said one of the reasons you came back was because you were concerned the NFL didn't value offensive guards as much as maybe other offensive line positions. Has that, in your feedback now, has that trend changed? Is that, you know, there's 4 or 5 that are predicted to go pretty early in the draft?
I mean, tackle's always going to be the glamour spot on the offensive line, but you know, in this year's draft, I mean, the guards are really good. So you're seeing a lot of you're seeing 2 yards like specifically like our, you know, first round talent, you know, is what they're talking about. So I mean, it has changed a little bit as far as the value. I feel like guards are a little bit more valued than people are actually giving them credit for, because you have to have them play that into each of the 3 positions on the inside of the line. So guard, center, guard. I mean, so they're a little bit more valued if you can play all 3 of those positions. So as far as my outlook on the value of guards, it hasn't changed much, but I mean, I feel like they're a little bit more valuable than I give them credit for.
Has anybody asked you if you can do some center?
Oh yeah, definitely. I actually snapped a little bit at the pro day with the Giants, and they're looking. I mean, they want you to play all 3 of those positions. I mean, they don't want you. They want their players to be versatile because you only get, you know, 7 active linemen a game, so you have to have one of those guys be able to play one of those interior 3. So it's always good to be able to snap, definitely.
You practiced a lot at center over the last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Various injuries and things like that.
Yeah, I think it was this last spring, my last spring here. I was actually the center for most of camp because Matt had class, so I had to step in and play center, and I did pretty well. I did a lot better than I thought I would. I did get confused at times because I was thinking I'm right guard still and be doing stupid stuff, but as far as working on it in the off season, I've gotten a lot better with my snaps and more consistent. So I've been practicing on it a lot.
Is that a way that coming back for a year, just even having that experience, just to have a little more comfort level when the scouts come and want to see you do both?
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that Coach Summers actually emphasized this last season. He actually pulled me aside after the 2011 season and told me that he wants me taking snaps for the whole next season, because that's one of the things that are going to get the scouts looking at me. So being able to be proficient in that has really helped me out a bunch.
Larry, has your mom gotten to see you play college ball yet?
No.
So now, with this change, what might happen there?
I haven't seen my mom since 2007. So I'm planning on going to see her within the next 2 years, and hopefully I can bring her back, even just for a little bit, and bring her to my games, because the last time she saw me play was 2006, actually, was my sophomore year in California, and she saw that game, and then she hasn't seen me play since. So, you know, having her at one on game would just be amazing to me. You know.
With all the great things that have happened, how tough has that been to be separated from her like that?
It's been real tough. I mean, I want her around to see what I've been doing with my life, and how I've been growing up and maturing as a person. I mean, last time she saw me, I was still I'm still a kid, man. Still running around, just doing crazy stuff. You know, nothing, just a kid really. And I've changed a whole bunch since then. I mean, it just sucks that she hasn't been here to see that. I've been keeping in touch with her, but like actual physical contact with her, I mean, it's just been hard not having her here. But she just tells me to stay strong and you know, keep working and keep doing what I love. So I'm planning on bringing her back pretty soon, for
So
sure.
you know she's proud of you.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we're going to talk to Earl and some others later. Obviously, it's a different sport, a different system. Could you imagine yourself, what if it was different for football that you, after 1 year, you could go play in the pros? Could you imagine being in a system like that?
Nope. People would get hurt. Like it's really not fair in football. If you go play at a college for 1 year, you're what 18 or 19. You haven't matured enough. You haven't built enough strength. You don't understand the game well enough. I don't care who you are. You're gonna get hurt. I think it's good that we have to stay at least 3 years because I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. I mean that's a man's game in the NFL. So I mean I really couldn't see that being part of the NCAA.
What about from a maturity standpoint? Would you think you'd be able to handle being a professional and getting a professional life and getting aside after a year of college?
I mean, there would be a select few that could, as far as financially, being responsible with their money. But for the majority of it, I mean, you go from being a high school kid, basically, 1 year of college, to getting all this wealth, and I don't believe that you would have the time to prepare yourself for that because there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that kind of money, and people would just begin, you know, just wrecking their lives, really, just trying to buy everything and just blowing their money and not being prepared for what comes after football. I mean, for a lot of people, football is everything, and they don't have anything else. So I can't see that for sure.
Have you had a chance to talk to Gary Williams at all?
No, actually haven't.